Some people get grenades, but they just don't get one.
Oh, she doesn't. That's the deal. Is there's no filter on every complaint or potential complaint she has or thinks about everything.
I'm not really.
Brian.
Oh, Eric, I think Kathy gets feeling, by the way. But he was waiting for you. 4:30. You may not act. I think you will.
What are you doing? I do go to meetings.
I was lunch today. Good.
Actually, it was a good conversation.
I haven't seen him, so I don't know.
You didn't know how.
Yeah, might as well.
Welcome to the October 20th, 2022 City of Toledo, Washington Planning Meeting.
It's on. I can hear it anyway.
Wasn't that great? Okay.
We can all rise.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
The United States. To the republic.
Did everybody have a chance to read over the minutes from last meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we get a motion, please?
So moved.
And I second that.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. License approvals. Everyone have a chance to run through that short list?
I make a motion that we accept the October 20th list of businesses. I'll second that motion.
Any discussion?
Well, my only question, and I'm just assuming that this is a nationwide service, is the sign language interpreter?
I've never heard of them before, so.
Yeah, I mean, they're a nationally
Yeah.
recognized organization. Well, that's interesting. Must be someone that's hiring one.
But yeah, in Toledo, so.
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Any old business? We all had a chance to take a look at this TRJ planning check and call. So you get some kind of an idea of where we are with the various things. The city council on Monday approved the 10% application for the annexation. And so now it will go to that puts the ball in a motion for the consulting groups to get together and start figuring out what impact fees would be. I don't, Eric, have you heard whether Todd has had any success with the school board or the school as yet?
I interacted with Chris Russ this week, and he needs to take it to his board, so he's not, because we did include them. So what you're talking about? No, you're talking about.
Well, I'm talking about both. But my understanding was that the applicants here at Cowlitz Meadows were willing to wait and accept the impact fees.
I'm not sure he's heard back. Chris Russ has heard back from his consultant.
Okay, because I know that Todd was having a difficulty setting up a meeting with Chris, and Chris had referred him to consultants.
Yes.
And I was gonna think we might reach out to the school board and prod that along just a little bit. Because they do have a lot at stake. And I hate to see them out being caught unaware.
There's going to be interaction with the school board as well with regard to the annexation. So we've asked, council's asked them to be annexed with the rest of the churches. Just because the process is going on, so might as well.
I appreciated that explanation on Facebook. That was really
Oh.
well written.
Yeah.
Well written and well said. Can't say it, but.
Thank you.
Steve, is there something like a template or some kind of model that school board or school superintendent can use to come up with an impact fee? I mean, they really can't, they can't just pull one out of the air, so they have to, there has to be some kind of a frame, some kind of a template really that would give them an idea of.
Well, there's a template only in regards to the fact that they have to have their capital expenditures schedule in place so that they can project into the future what their spending is going to be, and it's based on their future prospects for new students. So every school district would be different in that regard. I assume that the template you're speaking of would take various variables that are different for every school district.
Well, I guess what I'm thinking about is something like a per student number. Would there be a X number of dollars per student is what districts in the state of Washington use? Maybe it's 100, maybe it's 15. I have no idea, but I would think that otherwise it'd be a really daunting task.
Well, that's a daunting task.
To come up with a number, and yet there must be. I mean, school districts have gone through this, in Western Washington, and had to deal with this sort of thing. And there must, I just can't help but think there must be a something that they can use to make their job a little better and also more accurate. If they don't come up with the right number, an impact fee might not even touch what it costs to educate a kid through, 12 grades of school.
I agree, but at the same time, a city that's got a brand new middle school, a brand new, elementary, and brand new high school, and plenty of room to expand, is not going to have the same impact fees as a district like us, which has schools that are overflowing, and the high school is built for a couple hundred extra students and may not be enough. So I think that's a consultant's job, and that's what they're going to be focusing on, is to determine what the future capital outlays are going to be necessary to educate those projected students that we see 4 or 5 years down the road, and how that would apply to the fees necessary from development in order to offset those costs.
And they do have consultants.
They do, yes. Todd has put together a team of consultants
for the school.
Well, they'll be analyzing the school. It's going to take the school participation because they're the ones that do their own capital budget.
Okay. I see how that. Okay. Thank you for explaining that. Now I have a clearer picture of what's happening there.
If I may, it's also a little more complicated because it's not going to just be houses within Toledo. I would assume that once they have an impact fee, that the county would be charging that impact fee for new housing that happens.
Well, anybody who's within the school district,
Exactly.
because it's certainly well outside the city limits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why they're broken over full.
School board meeting at 7 up at the library tonight. You there?
Like to stay married. What's that?
Too bad tonight to myself.
True.
So my only other question is on the October 11th, fall notice. So the Callis Meadows clock is ticking again. Can someone refresh my memory as to the total duration and where are we in that duration?
They have to do SEPA next, and that's 120 days, I think it was extended out to. So Todd said it started again, but we have time. We're not like in a rush to do anything. We have plenty of time.
And the clock ticking is on us at this point?
I believe so, because they resubmitted this, and the school submitted something on the schools, and then they resubmitted a map on the roads, fixing it to what we asked for.
Is there any other business or other public comment? You have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
All approved? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nay. There are the